Hello, everyone. A big virtual hello to everybody out there. This is Jinal. I'm a senior program manager at Grab, and I, along with Mikko, will be taking you through a short journey of all the things that we've been doing with the community at Grab. As I start, maybe I'm going to start with a little bit of an introduction about Grab, which I believe all of you are already, aware and know more about. I'm hoping that you all use Grab for something or the other. It is present in 394 cities in Southeast Asia, and it started primarily for transport, but I'm sure you all know that it is across, and there are multiple services, which is what the next slide describes. We have transport, food, logistics, cards, grocery delivery, and so much more. The most important thing that keeps us all driven and something that's important to Grab is the community. They play a very integral role and they are extremely important to us. And and through this presentation, we'd love to share about the different things that we have been, keeping us busy during the COVID or the pandemic. We'd like to start with, I'm sure all of you would have heard of OpenStreetCam. By the way, it's Carta View now. OpenStreetCam, I mean, one of the primary reasons why we did go ahead with the change of name was because we wanted to support the new policy, or a guideline which OpenStreetMap Foundation recently set ahead, was to not have anything OpenStreet which cannot be used as such. So we decided to embrace it, and tada, we have Carter View. But there's nothing that's changed except that it's got a brand new look. And everything else remains the same. You can still go ahead, collect your imagery, share that imagery trail with your friends and families, or use that for mapping. And I know it's pandemic and all of us are sitting practically at home, we're not able to travel, but hey, there are lots of people who've traveled, so you can use their contribution, like I'm showing right now on the slide. Or you could, use that and sit and map, make the most of the pandemic quietly sitting at home. Or I'm hoping that things open up and you could add more information to it. And it is as simple as, downloading the app, and going and collecting it, and then you can integrate your OpenStreetMap account into it, and you are ready to use the imagery. So, and in case you have any questions, feel free to let me know or let our team know, and we would be more than happy to be, help. As I'm talking about this, I think I've already mentioned pandemic so many times, and I think the more I mention, the less it is, because it has played a huge role in our lives. It has practically changed the way we live, the way we talk, and this is something which we also have been thinking about, is like how has it impacted. COVID has had an impact on us. Like, businesses had seen a massive impact. There's been anxiety amongst drivers, deliveries, and our merchant partners, and adapting to the new world or the COVID world has been extremely, extremely important. And I think one thing which Grab has done, in order to equip or work with the situation, is by introducing multiple things. Like, one, there was a grant. I mean, there was assistance program across for the driver partners who have been impacted with this pandemic. We also had certain. We also started a Grab Care service for the healthcare professionals or the frontliners. I mean, I don't think we would have survived if we did not have the frontliners out there. And then we also introduced hygiene measures through Grab Protect, and expanded a lot of other things when it comes to it. Another critical thing, and something which our teams also extensively worked on, was Map Your City campaign, which basically, I believe, you could still go and look into the essentials map, and you'd be able to see all the helpline numbers and all. And we wanted to ensure that in times like this, you have all that you need. And like, the team was up and running to keep that updated and add more information as they could. And I believe Miko will get you, go through a deep down information on what did we do, how was this possible, and how you made this entire thing possible. But before we jump into that and have Miko take over this, I'd like to give a small brief of how we worked as a community on adding information on the map while we were working through the pandemic. We love OSM community, and that's something which you all know. We've contributed, or rather added on to contributing so many kilometers of the road. Yes, the mapathons were not online, like in person, understanding and learning from all the amazing people that we meet, but it was online, where we made the most of what we could. Similar to what we did for Geostars, where there's a charm in meeting people and understanding what's happening, but this did not stop us from teaching folks about OpenStreetMap or teaching them about everything maps. So we moved that entire program virtually. We had few folks who participated, and we are making it more stronger curriculum, which would enable a lot more people to participate and not limit just the universities. So look forward to hear more from our team on how we're going to go and launch these programs, and go ahead. And the next thing is local initiatives, which I would leave to Miko to answer. I mean, to tell you more about the work that we've been doing so far. Thank you so much, and looking forward to your questions.
Thank you so much, Jinal, and greetings everyone. I am Mikko and I am the Map Operations Associate for Community Engagements here in the Philippines. As we all know, this year has really taken its toll for everyone, and we really hope that everyone is safe. In Grab, we do our best to still help and be part of the mapping community. All throughout 2020, we have organized and implemented activities to empower emerging communities regionally and locally, and enrich and contribute map data through OSM. Here are some of the highlights of 2020. So basically, we have highlighted and supported the mapping of roads in major service areas such as Bacolod City and Davao del Sur. Likewise, we were also able to support feedback from Grab's customers in improving map data on OpenStreetMap. Road closures, one-way, street names, and place information are directly provided on OSM and updated by our team. The local map ops team was able to add 3,000 kilometers of roads and more than 11,000 buildings throughout 2020. Additionally, the local GeoStars program also supports and assists young interested map enthusiasts in providing feedback to improve data. We also support them in their mapping events and initiatives through this process. Just before the pandemic, we were still able to support the Philippine Geography Olympiad by the Geographical Society of the University of the Philippines and the FEU Alabang ACM Mapathon. We would also like to add Hot PH Map Pampanga in BGC. We believe in nurturing the next generation, and it is important in fostering them for a better community. And even amidst the pandemic, Grab has continued to support contributions on open data through identifying essential businesses and their operating hours. In partnership with other local communities, we were able to launch the Philippine Quarantine Essentials Map, where we used open data from OSM and loaded it to MapContrib so that people may see the nearest facilities such as banks, pharmacies, hospitals, clinics, water stations, markets, etc. In addition to this, people were able to also add features to the map because they can see which businesses are already on OSM. We also crowdsourced information from Facebook community groups of business owners, such as for water refilling stations and grocery stores, so that we can also add it to the map. Amazingly, business owners were excited with the idea that they were able to contribute their businesses on OSM. We were able to add more than 200 plus new POIs with their updated contact number and schedules on OSM. Additionally, the team also supported various mapping parties and mapathons conducted by Hot OSM and Doctors Without Borders in response to the pandemic. We also helped out map health facilities through the Mapagaling Mapathon last April to get more information of the location of clinics, hospitals, and other health services. We really hope that 2021 would open new opportunities to meet again, as we really miss the old social gatherings. Don't you worry, because as soon as it's safe, we will blast ahead our events so that we can meet once again. for now, we will continue on supporting and being there for one another. From the bottom of our hearts, maraming salamat po.